There's a habit almost every single person watching this does at least 3 times a week. And you do it because you're trying to be smart, trying not to waste food, trying to save money, trying to eat what you already cooked instead of ordering out. That habit is reheating leftovers. And there are 5 specific foods where the second round of heat changes something inside them, chemically, biologically, that almost nobody has ever explained to you clearly. Not to scare you into throwing away your fridge, to show you exactly what's happening and exactly how to fix it in 30 seconds. Let's start with the one that's going to surprise you the most, because it's something health experts have told you to eat for years. By the end of this video, you'll know which 5 leftovers carry real, documented risks when reheated the wrong way, and the one small change for each that removes almost all of it. This isn't guesswork. This is food science that food safety agencies have been publishing for years, that most people simply never see. Picture last night's fries, still in the container, or that fried chicken you wrapped in foil because throwing it out felt wasteful. Tomorrow, you microwave it. Or worse, you heat fresh oil in a pan to crisp it back up. Here's what's actually happening. Common cooking oils, sunflower, corn, soybean, are chemically unstable once they've already been heated once. Heat them a second time and they break down further, releasing compounds called aldehydes. Food chemistry researchers have studied this extensively. Repeated heating of the same oil increases oxidation byproducts that, at high enough exposure, are linked to cellular stress and inflammation in the body. This isn't a one-time use and you're doomed situation. It's a dose thing. Reheat fried food in fresh oil once in a while, not the end of the world. Do it 3 or 4 times a week, using oil that's already been heated once or twice before. That's where the science gets genuinely uncomfortable. Reheat fried food dry, oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius, or an air fryer. You get the crispiness back with 0 additional oxidation. And treat frying oil as single use. Fry today, toss the oil today. Comment below, how many times this week did you reheat something fried? Sunday, you make a beautiful pan of sautéed spinach with garlic and olive oil. You feel good. You're eating your greens. Monday, you microwave the leftovers for lunch. Here's the part almost nobody explains. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, chard naturally contain nitrates, completely harmless on their own. But once cooked greens sit, bacteria can convert some of those nitrates into nitrites, and repeated reheating accelerates that shift. Food safety agencies in several countries specifically advise against reheating spinach more than once and recommend eating it the same day it's cooked, precisely because of this nitrate to nitrite conversion. This is a genuinely well-established piece of food safety advice. It's just one almost nobody outside professional kitchens has heard. Eat cooked greens cold the next day. In a grain bowl, a wrap, a salad. All the nutrients, 0 reheating. If you want them warm, cook only what you're eating right then. And if you do reheat, do it exactly once. Comment below, how many times this week did you cook greens and reheat them the next day? You made a big pot of rice a few days ago. You've been reheating a portion every day. Completely normal. Every household does this. But here's what most people have never been told. Raw rice from any store, anywhere, naturally carries spores of a bacterium called bacillus cereus. Cooking kills the active bacteria, but not the spores. Spores are built to survive boiling. They sit dormant, and if rice cools slowly at room temperature, they wake up and start multiplying, producing a toxin as they go. Here's the part that matters most. One of those toxins is heat stable. When you reheat that rice the next day, you kill the bacteria. But the toxin they already made is still there, and your microwave doesn't touch it. This is documented and well known in food microbiology. It's sometimes called fried rice syndrome, and it causes real, reported cases of food poisoning every year, mostly from rice left out too long before refrigeration. Cool cooked rice within 1 hour. Spread it out shallow so it cools fast. Don't leave it piled deep in a pot. Refrigerate it, eat it within 24 hours, and reheat it until it's steaming hot all the way through. Comment below. How long has the rice in your fridge right now actually been sitting there? Roasted chicken thighs from last night. Golden, cooked through. Today, you microwave 2 pieces for 2 minutes. Touch the outside. It's hot. You eat. Here's the problem. A microwave doesn't heat food evenly like an oven does. It excites water molecules and different parts of the same piece of meat, different density, different fat content. Heat at different rates. That creates cold spots, spots that feel fine on the surface but never actually reach a safe internal temperature. Raw poultry commonly carries salmonella and campylobacter. Proper initial cooking kills them, but if reheating leaves a cold spot at a safe-feeling surface temperature, and there's been any recontamination along the way, you've got a warm, moist, protein-rich pocket that bacteria are perfectly happy to multiply in. Oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius, covered with foil, 15 to 20 minutes. Even heat, no cold spots. If you're using a microwave, cut the chicken into smaller, uniform pieces, use medium power instead of max, and stop halfway to rearrange it. Or just eat it cold in a salad. Zero reheating, zero risk. Comment below. Honestly, do you check if reheated chicken is hot all the way through, or just touch the outside? Roasted potatoes from Sunday. Monday, you toss them back in a hot pan with a little oil to crisp them up again. Two separate things are happening here. First, acrylamide. It's a compound the International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies as a probable human carcinogen, and it forms when starchy food is exposed to high heat. It's part of the same browning reaction that makes potatoes golden and crispy. Refrying an already cooked potato exposes it to high heat a second time, and research on starchy foods shows that reheating can push acrylamide formation higher than the original cook. Second, something interesting happens when potatoes cool completely. Part of their starch converts into resistant starch, which digests more slowly and is genuinely better for blood sugar. Reheating at high heat starts reversing some of that benefit. It's not a dramatic flip, but it's a real, measurable effect that food scientists have documented. Eat leftover potatoes cold when you can. A cold potato salad with olive oil and herbs is genuinely great and keeps the resistant starch intact. If you want them warm, use gentle heat, not a hot pan or refry. Comment below. How many times this week did you reheat potatoes? None of this means panic and stop eating leftovers. Leftovers are fine and honestly essential for anyone trying to eat well without wasting food or money. It means 5 small, specific adjustments. Fried food, dry heat, never oil, never twice. Greens, eat cold or reheat once, same day only. Rice, cool fast, eat within a day, heat until steaming. Chicken, oven over microwave, or eat cold. Potatoes, cold when possible, gentle heat when not. If this gave you something you didn't know 5 minutes ago, send it to the person you know reheats rice every single day. That's the whole video. See you in the next one.